Okay, I'm just going to talk about this note a little briefly, and then there's one part that I have not revealed yet about it in any of my videos. But I'd like to point out that I do have a whole entire series that breaks down all the details on this one side of the note that's entitled Iraqi Dinar Reveals Orbital Path of Nibiru. Now, it's on my channel. I'll try to put it on a playlist soon. But you can see all of the details there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to tie up the information here that we're working with from Isaiah 34 and some of the most pertinent understanding topically to understand. The first thing that you see here is these watermarks that we talked about. Now, that's no accident. It's made to look like wavy water for a reason, because it's representing Leviathan. Now, the Sumerian term for this would be the Meshushu dragon, but the biblical term is Leviathan. Leviathan is to be in the abyss, or the depths, or the deep, or the bottomless pit, or the hoary deep, or the Absu, or the inner earth, or the god of the earth. All of those epithets apply to him. Now, it's no mistake that you see here these wavy lines. Now, remember, it's the biblical representation of Leviathan is this sea dragon. And then you hear him in his, or you see him in his little wavy, watery egg. Now, this symbol is also a Freemasonic symbol, which stands for the ovoid. And this ovoid is a symbolism of the hatching of an etheric being into the material world. And this being is none other than the devil, the Antichrist. And that's what you're seeing. So this orbital path of Nibiru that you're seeing, as they're making you think that it's a planet that these gods are coming back in, is really encoded in this esoteric symbolism of the return of the Antichrist, which is the devil, Apollyon, Enki, from the Apsu, Lord of the earth, Lord of the abyss. So he's coming up out of the abyss. By simply seeing this serpent here and knowing that we're dealing with the Meshushu dragon, which ties up the biblical Leviathan, we know that he's not coming off this planet Nibiru. We can begin to see that this whole thing is a greater, deeper esoteric symbolism. That the Nibiru thing, since it's just so wide out in the open in the document, and then people think, oh, okay, well, that's what that's really all about. No, the deeper meaning is that it's about the arrival of these gods and then the eventuation of the Antichrist. Now, the arrival of the gods is going to be directly connected to these locusts that come up out of the inner earth. And then we're connecting them to coming up out of the inner earth by the tie-up with Leviathan, which is coming up out of the abyss. Now, I'm going to show you the connections that Leviathan, the Meshushu dragon, has to this being right here. You would want to call this being an Anunnaki. Look how much larger he is than this human counterpart. This is the Hammurabi Stela. And what it is a Sumerian stele, which is basically a symbolic, iconographic depiction of a historical event of some sort of major significance. And that's going to be what we're having here. And what you're seeing, my friends, listen very closely. You're seeing the law of the Anunnaki being given to mankind. And that's what this is being symbolized as. So this return event of the gods, which is going to eventuate in this ruler known as the Antichrist, which is going to be preceded by these locusts who are going to destroy Christianity, that law is going to be brought back. And that's what you're seeing. And that's why you see Israel, false nation Israel, being exalted. That's exactly what's happened. Now, this is the royal arch of Freemasonry. We have 7 circles right here on both sides. Those 7 circles represent 7 stars.